Hello and welcome back to Crazy Dave's Crew. I'm Laura and you're watching Thursday Threads. Well, I hope everybody is doing okay under this, self-quarantining and the stay-at-home suggestions. I've noticed a number of people on Facebook and the sewing groups they just don't feel like sewing. And I think I was there for a little while, but decided, wait a minute, sewing is what makes me happy. So why am I not doing it? So here we go. For this and the next couple weeks, I want to work on the Storm at Sea. And we're not going to do the whole thing all in one shot. That's why I'm saying it's going to be 2 or 3 weeks. Today I'm going to focus on this piece, and I'm going to call this piece Unit 1, and it has pieces 1 and 2. Okay? What I love about this pattern, and it says it's an intermediate, and I think a lot of that has to do with all the triangles and points, and also the number of pieces. And they can be a lot of fun to cut out, by the way. But I love the way it looks like all these curves and all these waves, which again comes back to the title of it, the name of it, Storm at Sea. Well, if you were wanting to do a biblical quilt, this would definitely be one of them. And if you look at Psalms 107, verse 29, he stilled the storm to a whisper. The waves of the sea were hushed. And I don't know this for certain, but I would think part of the reason why they first created this block, they must have been thinking of this verse. So they would have made this quilt as a way of reminding them of that Bible verse. Either way, it's a really neat pattern. And we're going to go slow and steady on it. Remember, measure twice, cut once. So you'll notice I have a total of 3 colors. This is my main color, a pretty gold, and then a nice corresponding blue. We're going to focus on this block. Now, to make it easier for me, I went on to Amazon and I ordered the Marty Mitchell template system. And specifically, the one that says the Storm at Sea diamond template has 2 pieces. So you'll see I have my diamond, and then I have little pieces that attach to the diamond. And what is really neat with this is that it is marked off so you can adjust the sizes. So if you don't want to make a block this big, you can always make it smaller. Different things. So I like this. Fairly clear instructions, cutting for left-handeds and right-handeds, so she's very thorough. But let's take a look at how we're going to cut. Now for this piece right here was 1 1/4 yard. And I'm trying to make one about twin size. So about 1 1/4. And this yellow for here, I've got it down as about 2 yards. But let's take a look at this. I've already got a strip cut out. And all that you can do is you're just going to get it to be the right height for your strip. And watch this. You ready? And she's also got the little areas for you to dog ear it. So you can do that. Okay. So I'm going to need to cut on about 67 of these. And I don't think y'all want to sit and watch me do that, so we're just going to work on a couple. And then the yellow, you've got a couple different ways you can do it. So you can use her method for these half. So you want to cut out the strip from bottom to top. Again, you've got it nice and all these nice dog ears. Or, and this saved my back a lot, I figured up what size this would need to be, and I'm actually going to cut rectangles and cut them in half. I cut 3 by 5 inch rectangles, and I just went corner to corner. And then I will trim and clean up when I'm finished. So I did use the diamond template for my diamonds. And then I just measured a 3 by 5 inch rectangle and cut corner to corner. You can use the template, and of course, marking it off and cutting all the dog ears, which is wonderful for trying to piece everything together. And then let's take a look at a couple of these. So you see we've just did opposite sides, and then I'll do on this side. Okay? So you do opposite sides, just like you would a square and a square. But let's take a look at squaring these up. So let's press one of these. So let's take a look at the squaring up. So I've pressed that one down, and it's one I'd done earlier. And a half by 8.5. Awesome. So what we're going to want to do is cut this down. So we want a 4.5 by 8.5. All right. So we're just going to trim a little bit off the ends because I'm just about at the right size all the way around. But we need a little bit of trimming going on. So it's just going to be a nice, just a little smidgen off the sides. Just to even it up, just a smidge. And a half. Oh, seriously guys, you want to talk about it being perfect. And I want to tell you, I made a number of mistakes on what you see behind me. And that little quarter inch mark right there, that's right at my point. So yay, 8.5, 4.5, and we're going to trim it. Okay, 66 more to go. Well, minus the ones I've already got done over here. There we go. Ta-da! So we've got our first unit down. So I think I can be watching some TV and just sewing some seams while I try to get 67 of these knocked out, ready to go. And then next week we'll pick another square and I'll give you the dimensions and I'll show you alternate ways of cutting. All of Marty Mitchell things all have the dog ear things on them, which, you know, of course makes things, lining them up makes it great. Unless you don't cut it 100% accurately. Her method does not give you a lot of wiggle room. When I was using her little piece here to finish off the rectangle, I found I had some issues. You may have a great time. This may be perfect for you. I like doing the 3x5 triangle and cutting them in half, about corner to corner. This seems to work out better for me in my finished unit. So we are looking again about 2 yards of this and about 1.25 yards of this one. For the square, you're going to need about 1/2 yard for this and right about 1 yard for all these. And you're going to need 40 of these and 160 of these. So I said, a lot of cutting, a lot of fussy pieces, and all of these have to go together. And then for our final piece, we have about 3/4 of a yard, about 3/4 of a yard, and almost 2 yards. So the way that I've done it with the 3 colors with this layout, I needed about 3.5 yards of this fabric, about almost 3 yards of this one, about 2 3/4, and then this light blue was about 1.25 yards. Now, me, I always make sure I give myself lots of room for making oopses. It's not a Crazy Dave's Crew quilt block if Laura hasn't made at least one oops. My trademark, all my oopses. But I never make the same mistake twice. Nope. I always make bigger and better ones, so yay me. So be sure to check out the Marty Mitchell, and she'll tell you exactly which templates you need to make whatever size block you need. She really takes a lot of the guesswork out of it when you get her templates. They're very, very handy. Now you could, you know, of course, cut triangles and sew the triangles together to make the diamond. So guys, there is definitely more than one way to do any of this. You choose the way that works best for you, like I've done. I'm using the diamond, but I'm not using the corners. So I said these were 3x5 inch triangles, cutting corner to corner. I used the template for my diamond. And I said we'll need about 67 of these. I hope that you have enjoyed this. I hope you like what I've done so far. My husband helped me pick out the colors. He's really good at picking out the colors. And plus when he goes shopping with me and he helps me with the colors, he always tells me to get more, get extra, get extra. So I always walk out with more. Let me know what you think. Check the links below for any of the products that you've seen, like the Marty Mitchell template and the book. These really are wonderful. And let's remember, let's inspire each other. Let's be there for each other, whether it's on a website or Facebook, comments, you know, on the videos. Let's really encourage each other to be creative and to keep on keeping on. And don't forget, your mental health and your emotional health really is just as important as your physical health. So take care of you and cut that fabric, sew them together. Let me see what you got. Inspire me, motivate me. I hope I've inspired you and motivated you, and I will see you next time right here on Crazy Dave's Crew. Thanks so much for watching.